So I want to make sure that everybody's clear on what the expectation is for the sales orders. And I'm concerned about the sales orders not being complete. So the goal is to complete all the information possible to make the order easier for us to understand and for production, design, etc., to link everything together. So I'm going to run through just a quick sales order and then also what position each person has. So for example, we'll start off here. We have the customer's name, and here we're going to start off and we're going to make this order to us, ShopVox. We'll put my name there, and we're going to put the title. This is the title of what this is going to be called. So we're going to say this is going to be Logo Boss Polo Shirts for Cancer Walk. So that at least will allow everybody to figure out what this is when we're talking about the title, what this is going to be related to. Probably even a better thing would be to say Logo Boss embroidered polo shirts for Cancer Walk. About this order, this may be some other notes that we want to place in here, and this could be something to the effect of we're going to do a right chest embroidery. Maybe that's just a note or something that we want to remind ourselves of, or maybe there's some other details that the client needs to know as well. That will be client facing, so they will be able to see that. If the customer is supplying us with a purchase order, a school, maybe LD May, maybe Symantec, and they work off of purchase orders, that's how we're going to be able to get paid. So we need to put that purchase order in there. And obviously this purchase order is generally going to occur after an estimate has been sent or they've received a copy of maybe the sales order. But let's just say that they did put a purchase order. We'll put LB 1234. So make sure you enter that in there. That's going to make accounting's life a whole lot easier. The order date will be today. The due date when this order is going to be due. As you can see, it automatically populates with 2 weeks out. And then the ship date, if there's a ship date, because we have to take into consideration when the shipping is going to have to occur to arrive there on let's say the 10th, if we're going to state that. The billing address, this is key. We need to ask the customer what that billing address is, and just to reconfirm it, because some of these companies will have 15 different addresses. Maybe it's going to corporate, more than likely, but the chances are that it could be going to maybe an external or a satellite office, or it's being billed personally. If somebody came in from one of our clients that we work with, but they also are doing something on a personal job. Then the shipping address. If they're picking up and there's no shipping address, leave this thing blank, and you can just leave everything blank, and then that should be fine. That will be there. If not, this is going to populate with the last shipping address that was used. So please be careful. There's been many orders that have shipped to the wrong address. Then we're going to go with the shipping method. What is the shipping method? Let's just say that this is pickup. Obviously, we're going to select whatever it is. It's a third party. They're going to be supplying their FedEx, UPS number, etc. That'll be selected, or whatever that method is going to be. So under here, let's just put pickup. The billing attention, that will populate if it's already in. Otherwise, you need to fill that out. You have to be responsible to put that information. Same with shipping. The attention to the primary sales rep. Now, this is the primary sales rep that is taking the order or has a relationship with that order. So let's just say, for example, this is Archbishop Reardon. That's going to be Pete. He's going to be handling that. Let's say that it was a pre-existing order. That's whoever's been working on that account. So we're just going to we'll put my name on this here, and that's just to guide on who's the sales rep, because really what's more critical is the production manager and the project manager. The production manager is the person who's going to be doing the work. So this is going to be embroidery. So this is going to fall into Alicia's chain. And then If it's screen printing, obviously we're going to give that to Mr. Min. We're going to place, maybe it's going to go to Zach, or if it's a promotional product, maybe Corey is going to be involved in it. Now, the project manager, this is really important. This is the person who is handling the order. This is the person whose responsibility is to ensure Logo Boss has a happy customer when this is all said and done. They're going to make sure they take 100. This person here is under the project manager is going to take 100% ownership of the order. So here, let's just say that I'm assigning this to Kristen. Kristen's responsibility now. I'm going, because I'm placing this for her, I'm going to have to cue her into this order. We don't want to have her blindsided. She's got to be responsible. So if there's a short ship of apparel, if the embroidery is not right, the project manager's job is to manage the project and make sure we have a happy customer. And that's what the objective is. So this, in my opinion, is one of the most important fields that it's filled out correctly in this entire panel. Then we're gonna then we come down here and we're gonna check the status, what's actually occurring with the project. If there's tracking information, we don't have obviously that. Lead source, if this person's new, hey, how did you hear about us? Was it a referral? Was it a trade show? Was it a walk-in? Whatever we decide that's going to be appropriate there. That's for marketing purposes. That's why that's important. If they're not net 30, they're going to have a 100% down percentage, and then that's down payment they'll have to make. And then also the terms that they're going to have are going to be prepay. So they're going to have to come in after they confirm this. They're going to have to make their payment. At that point, then we will order the apparel. You don't need to select the payment method unless you're doing it right there. Sales tax is important. Where are they from? They're from Contra Costa. They happen to be from Concord. Then you're going to select Contra Costa. Generally, it's going to be just sales tax is going to work for anybody in Alameda County, because there is a slightly different sales tax rate, about 1/4%, 0.5%, depending on where it's at. Setup is taxable. Shipping is not, and then miscellaneous we have that it's taxable. The other thing is maybe there's special information that you want to put in here, or you want to put a customer note that's in each one of these items, and that's going to maybe say, for example, now this is not forward facing, so this is going to be something that you're going to state like, please do not confuse the Logo Boss blue color with the lighter color or the darker color, whatever it is. Something that we want to note to say internally, this is what's going on. Then we're going to hit save. Okay, and then once that information is saved, then we're at that point, then we're ready to enter in what our project, what our item and your product numbers actually are. So I'll stop this here, and this is just going to be the first element associated with that. One thing that I did want to go through, if we go back over to the edit, we do want to make sure, again, the billing address and the shipping address, everything is complete. So I want to reiterate that. I also want to go back in and I want to reiterate the project manager. That's the important person. That's the quarterback of the order. Their job is to make sure that it's complete, it's done, and is all ready to go. Alrighty, well, thank you so much. Let me know if anybody has any questions.